Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Annie, and this is Unity Consciousness. Thank you so much for stopping by today. I'm so glad you did. I'd like to welcome our new subscribers and thank those of you who are returning for this week's energy update. Let's jump right in. We continue to have Mars, which is pretty much standing still in the sign of Cancer, is trining Saturn, which is in the sign of Pisces. It's really helping us to be firm in our truths and knowing those truths. We're willing to allow for delayed gratification because we know it serves a long-term goal. We're kind of waiting for an opportunity, if you will. Mars is going to go direct by the end of the week, which is going to open up a myriad of opportunities, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. On Tuesday of this week, we will have the sun going into the sign of Pisces. Happy birthday, Pisces people, Pisces folks out there. The last sign of the zodiac. The sun is going to be joining many other planets that are already there, right? So Mercury's there, Saturn's there, Neptune's there, and the North Node is there. So it's a party of sorts in the sign of Pisces. And Piscean energy is very mystical, very ethereal. It's the oneness of unity, the lack of boundaries, which can be very watery, but it's unity consciousness in all forms. It's great for creativity and imagination. A lot of artists have strong Pisces in their chart, as well as spiritual leaders. There's a lot of spirituality, very compassionate and empathetic energy in Piscean charts. And dreams, pay attention to your dreams. With the sun going into the sign of Pisces, as well as these other planets being there, you may have very profound dreams at nighttime. Daydreaming will come easy. Just be mindful of escapism. We talked a little bit about that in the last video. Escapism is not a bad thing, but if that is the means that you are using in order to get through your day, that might be a little bit much. Also, because there's so much compassion and so many planets or energy in the sign of Pisces, just be mindful of self-sacrifice here too. You have to hang on to something. If you give too much of yourself, then that's counterproductive as well. Then also this week on Thursday, we are going to have a little bit of challenging energy. Mercury, which is in Pisces, we just spoke about that, is going to square Jupiter, which is in the sign of Gemini. And both Jupiter being in Gemini and Mercury being in Pisces are in the signs that are opposite of signs that they really like to be in. So neither one of those planets is functioning at a very high level. So just be mindful. It's a square here. Be mindful what you hear. There might be a lot of information coming to you, but pause, please pause. Be mindful of what you hear and what you speak of. If you hear something, don't turn around and repeat it, that's for sure. Overpromising can be a theme under this influence, as well as bragging. There could be a braggart in your midst. Give them space to do whatever it is that they want to do with those bragging rights. But the problem here is with Mercury being in Pisces, all the facts aren't present. There's enough fogginess or lack of clarity that somebody's speaking on something that may not be the whole truth. And what you don't want to do is expand on that. You don't want to take it and run with it and do something or create an expectation that'll never be fulfilled. So just be a little mindful as we move into Thursday. Then on Sunday, 1 week from today, Mars will be going direct. So that means that Mars energy is very profound this week. It's very strong this week. Anytime a planet goes direct, it's closest to Earth, meaning that energy is very profound. Also on that day, that same Mercury in the sign of Pisces is going to trine Mars. So what that tells me is the areas of fogginess, because Mars is in Cancer and because it's a harmony, a conversation of harmony, when Mars is stationing to go direct, things that have been stalled out since Mars entered the pre-shadow phase, which was back on October 4th, things that have stalled out since that time, fully retrograde on the 6th of December. So you could have had a project or just something that you wanted to take action on that completely stalled out. Well, it's starting to get traction. And with Mercury speaking in harmony to this Mars that is stationing direct at the end of the week, there's some clarity coming in. There's some information that's coming in, creating an energetic shift, most likely that has to do with your foundations. It could be home and family, because Mars is in Cancer. But this entire Mars retrograde season, we've been reevaluating our truth and our passions for motivation. The cycle itself has taken us from an internal process of heart-centered consciousness to an external process of ego-based actions, either by others or ourselves, and then back again into that heart-centered consciousness. It's going from internal to external to internal, so that we can step up or step off of a situation that has been stalled out. And it's been stalled out for purpose, so that we could go through this re-evaluation, if you will. Before this clarity comes in at the end of the week, there could be some frustration. You could find yourself, when is this ever going to end, kind of feeling, or, oh, I just wish I had some clarity of direction. Be aware that's part of the process. Frustration for sure, uncertainty, like I said, especially with that earlier in the week, the Mars square Jupiter, just lack of clarity is going to kind of frustrate you perhaps. Just know by the end of the week, we are going to see things in a much brighter light. That passion is going to be ignited again as Mars stations to go direct. Now, Mars will not be fully up to speed until the 2nd of May. So it's going to take a little bit of time to get back up to speed. But like I said, that clarity's coming. So just be patient with that. And that's all I have for you this week. I'm super excited about this week. It seems like we've been bombarded with energy for months now. So this beautiful Piscean energy is giving us an opportunity to kind of take a rest. And do take a rest if you need one. I decided to use the Field Tarot today because I thought that would help us as Mars stations and goes direct at the end of the week. Will help us kind of step into this new energy field that's going to be expanding. And the card that jumped out was King of Swords, authority. The King of Swords is assertive and confident, and he is a master of impartial judgment. His intellectual power and stable energy can help navigate the path ahead, especially regarding important decisions in business or legal matters. Key words here: responsibility, objectivity, logic, truth, strong will. I like that. I'm looking forward to it. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like this video, please do click the like button. If you know somebody that can be helped by this video, please do co-create with me and share it with them. If you want to know when videos are being dropped, click the subscribe button. And if you have any comments or suggestions, post them in the box below. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a week of clarity after what could have been a very frustrating, stalled out period of time. Namaste.